everybody. It's a bummer you guys can't join everybody on campus this summer, but I'm proud to say myself and some other instructors have put together some videos for you guys, hopefully to help keep you entertained. So if you guys didn't get the chance to meet me last year, my name is Erica, and I'm gonna lead us through a yoga class today. So we're gonna start with a warm-up, of course, but before we get started, if you guys have any other devices that can play music, I'm gonna suggest that you pause the video, go get that device, play whatever music you like, and then start the video up again so that you have some music in the background. If you don't have any other devices, that's okay. If you have a mat, make sure you have your mat, but you can just do it on your carpet, you can do it on a towel, it's no biggie, just as long as you have yourself. So like I said, we're gonna start with a warm-up, and then we'll put some poses together and we'll kind of make them into a funky dance. So we're gonna start in a seated position. So go ahead and take a seat, cross leg, crisscross applesauce, whatever feels best to you. We're gonna start by loosening up our neck and our shoulders. So let's start with some neck rolls. Drop your chin to your chest and then slowly start to roll the head around. And I want to remind you guys to always listen to your body. If you don't feel right in a pose, then just skip it. Don't worry about it. And once you've made some neck circles in one direction, make sure you go the opposite direction too. Okay. Lift the chin from the chest and then start rolling the shoulders down the back. Nice big circle so we can loosen up those muscles around the shoulders and the neck. And try to go both ways. See if you can reverse the direction, bringing the shoulders around the front. Place your hands at your sides and then twisting from the belly, we're going to turn to the right. Place your right hand behind you and your left hand in front, and make sure you look towards the back of the room. And we'll hold for a few breaths here so we can loosen up the muscles around the spine. And then nice and slow, we're gonna belly twist to the opposite side. Come back to center, placing your hands at your sides. Extend your right leg forward, and we're gonna reach for our toes. Get a nice stretch in the leg. If you can't touch the toes, that's okay, just reach forward. And make sure you're not holding your breath. Loosening up those legs. Let's switch sides so we can stretch the left leg, reach for the toes. My muscles always feel really tight in the morning, so this is a really tight stretch for me right now. Okay, and then we're gonna do both legs. So both legs out, and we're gonna reach for the toes. Now let's bring the legs into the body, bringing the bottoms of the feet together into a butterfly pose. So now we're gonna stretch the hips. Sit up nice and tall, and we'll hold this stretch for a little bit here. Come back to a cross-leg position. Place your hands back at your sides. Last stretch of the warm-up, bring one arm up to the ceiling and then find a side bend. So we'll get a nice stretch on the side of our body. We stretched our neck, our shoulders, our belly, our legs, and our hips. And let's switch sides. Opposite arm comes up. And come back to start with your hands at your sides. So now let's come and stand up now that we're finished with our warm-up, and we're gonna start to tie some poses together. Some poses we did in our warm-up and some poses we haven't done yet. So just so that we're safe, we're gonna take these poses pretty slow the first time through, and then after that, we're gonna speed it up. So let's start at the top of your mat, or just standing wherever you are. I'm gonna turn to the side so you guys can see me a little bit better. Place your feet nice and firmly on the floor, and we're gonna start with our hands behind our backs, grabbing onto each of our elbows, see? So for this first one, we're gonna step our right foot back to the center of the mat. And then we'll fold forward so our chest can come down. And you don't wanna go too far, just until your chest is about level with the floor. And we're gonna hold here. So like I said, the first time nice and slow, and then we'll speed it up. Slowly rise back to standing, and step your left foot back so it's next to your right. So now we want to do the other leg. We're going to step our left foot all the way back, and we're going to fall forward, chest level with the floor. So now we're stretching the right leg. Just take some breaths here. Slowly rise back up to standing. Step your right leg all the way to the back. So if you're using a mat, you should be at the back of your mat. Let go of the elbows so your arms can come down by your sides, and then lift the arms straight overhead. Let's find a forward fold, so we'll hinge forward, bending the knees a little bit, and bringing our belly nice and close to our thighs. Let our arms and our heads hang heavy. And then, like a dog on all fours, we're gonna walk up to the top of the mat, or back where we started, and slowly roll ourselves up to standing. Okay, so that's flow number one. We're gonna do the same thing, but we're gonna do it a little bit faster this time. So standing nice and tall, hands behind the back, a little bit faster. Step your right foot back, fall forward, and rise up. Step your left foot back. Left foot steps back again. Fall forward, rise up. Right foot steps back. Bring the arms up overhead. Forward folds, bring your belly down to the thighs. Let's do our dog walk up to the top of the mat, and then round our spines up to standing. Last time through, a little bit faster this time. Start with the hands behind the back. Right foot steps back, and we fall forward. Rise to standing, and step back. Left foot steps back, fall forward, lift up, step back. Arms up, forward fold, dog walk to top, and round spine up to standing. So in that pose, we stretched our legs, we stretched our backs, and the sides of our body. So now we're gonna move on to the next one. I'm gonna turn and face the camera this time because you guys will be able to see me better that way. So we're gonna start almost the same way with our feet together and our hands on our hips. For this one, we're gonna jump and separate the legs. When you jump, be careful, bend the knees a little bit, okay? And make sure the toes are facing away from one another. We're gonna bend the knees until they're in line with the ankles, see? We'll lift the arms up overhead. Bend the elbows. Straighten the legs, straighten the arms. We're gonna reach to the left side into a side bend, and we'll rise back up. Reach to the right in a side bend, and we'll rise back up. Let's bring our hands to our hips. We'll jump the feet back together. Okay, this time we're gonna do the same thing. Stand nice and tall. Jump and separate the feet, make sure the toes are out. Bend the knees. Straighten the arms overhead and bend the elbows. Straighten the legs, straighten the arms, hands to hips. Jump together. Last time, a little bit faster this time, okay? Stand nice and tall. Jump the feet apart. Bend the knees, straighten the arms, bend the elbows, straighten the legs, straighten the arms, hands to hips, and jump together. So in that one, we got a nice stretch in our hips, and again, we stretched the sides of the body. And we picked up our heart rate a little bit because we were jumping around. So that's it for our standing poses. Now we're gonna do a little bit of balance. I'm gonna stand to the side again so you guys can see me. So we're gonna start with our right leg. So our right leg, we're gonna shift all the weight into the right leg. Stand nice and tall with your hands on your hips. Slowly bend the left knee, bringing it up nice and high, and then slowly lower it back down to the floor. Was that easy or was it hard? Let's try again. Bend the left knee, and then lower it down. This time we're gonna see if we can hold it. How long can we hold our knee in the air? So we're gonna bend the left knee, and we're gonna see if we can hold for 10. Are you a little bit wobbly? Can you do it? If you can't, that's okay. We've got another 4 seconds, and then we'll step the foot down. Bend those knees so you can give that standing leg a break, and we're gonna switch sides. All the weight's in the left foot. We're gonna bend the right knee this time, and step the foot down. Bend the right knee, step the foot down. Last time, we're gonna see if we can hold for 10 seconds. Was this side easier or harder than the other side? We're holding here for 4, 3, 2, 1, and we step the foot down. Bend those knees, give those legs a break. So now we're gonna take a seat on our mat. We've got 2 more little flows to do, and then we'll have cool down. So for this one, we're gonna start sitting with our feet on the mat and our hands behind us. Make sure your fingertips face towards the feet. So for this one, we're gonna start by pressing into our feet and hands and lifting the hips up, nice and high. We're gonna hold here for just 4 seconds or so for the first time through, and then we'll lower the hips down to the floor. Come into a cross leg position and place your hands at your sides. We're gonna belly twist to the right. We did this one in our warm up so we don't have to hold it. And then we're gonna belly twist to the left and come back to center. Place your hands behind you, lift your chest, arch the chest. Place your hands in front, round the spine. And then we'll place our hands at our sides. So a little bit faster this time, and we're gonna add a movement. We're not gonna hold this one, but we're gonna lift those hips again, and this time we're gonna kick, 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 kick. Come back to seated, cross leg position. We're gonna lift our hands off the floor, and we're gonna belly twist, belly twist, belly twist, belly twist. Place your hands behind you, arch your back. Place your hands in front, round your spine, and then hands at your sides. Last time through, a little bit faster this time. Feet on the mat, hands behind you. Make sure those fingertips are facing towards the toes. Lift the hips and kick, 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 kick. Come into seated. Lift the hands and twist. Twist from the belly, twist and twist. Hands behind you, arch the chest. Hands in front, round the spine. Hands at your sides. Okay, so here's our last one for today's class. We're gonna start on our back. Well, let me tell you the benefits of the last one. In the last one, we were strengthening our core, we were working our legs, we were manipulating our spine as we twisted back and forth. So now we're gonna finish. This one we're gonna start on our back, and my favorite poses are always done on the back because they're easy, I think. So we'll lay flat on our back with our feet on our mat. For this one, we're gonna stretch our right leg up towards the ceiling. And if you want some help, you can hold on to the back of your leg. Then we're gonna step the right foot back down.
Left leg comes up. We're gonna hold here for just a second or two. And then the leg comes down. Bring both knees to your chest. Give them a nice little squeeze, and we'll rock side to side, side to side. Now both legs are gonna come up. Hold on to the back of your thighs. We'll hold for a few seconds. We'll separate the legs nice and wide. We'll bring them together, and we'll place our feet to the mat. Okay, a little bit faster this time. Right leg up, right leg down. Left leg up, left leg down. Knees to chest, rock side to side, side to side. Both legs up and feet to mat. Last time through, a little bit faster. Right leg up, left leg up, knees to chest, rock side to side, side to side. Both legs up. I forgot to separate the legs last time. Separate the legs, bring them together, and feet to mat. Slowly roll over to one side and press yourself up to seated.
So in that exercise, we got a nice stretch for our legs. We stretched our lower back and we brought our knees to our chest. So now we're gonna cool down. Cool downs are always important because we picked up our heart rate, we put a lot of work in our muscles, so now we wanna calm everything down. Let's start in a cross-leg position and our hands on our knees. Slowly round the spine, tuck your chin to your chest, and then lift the spine and look up to the ceiling. One more time, round the spine, chin to chest. And then lift and arch. Look up to the ceiling and finish. Bring the bottoms of the feet together, back into our butterfly pose so we can stretch those hips once again. Same thing, let's round the spine here and then lift and arch. Look up to the ceiling. One more time, round the spine, lift and arch, and finish. Now let's go ahead and lay down on our backs. Nice and flat, stretch the legs out. Draw the right knee in towards your chest and pull the thigh nice and close to your body. This pose is really good for our insides because it gives a little pressure to our organs and it helps us digest our food. So hold for just a few seconds here and then release. Bring the left knee in, same thing. Pull that thigh nice and close to the body and then let go. Bring both knees in again and give them a nice tight squeeze. If you want to rock side to side like we did before, you can do that here too if you like the way that felt. And then we'll place the hands out on the floor in a T shape and make sure your palms are faced up towards the ceiling. Let your knees fall over to the right side of the mat and turn your head to the left. So we're in a spinal twist. And we'll hold for a few seconds here. Bring the knees back to center and let them fall over to the opposite side and turn your head to the right. Bring the knees back to center and then lay nice and flat on your mat with your legs nice and separated. So here's maybe the hardest part of the class. To finish our cool down, we're gonna see if we can lay on our backs completely still with our eyes closed for 30 seconds. So go ahead and close your eyes and I'll start counting. See if you can stay still for 30 seconds and let your body cool down.
10 more seconds. Can you stay still? Okay. Slowly roll over to one side of your body and just take a second on your side. Maybe use your arm as a pillow. So we're still in our cool down. We want to stay nice and calm. Slowly press yourself up to a seated position. And we're going to finish the class with 3 big deep breaths. We're going to breathe in through our nose and we'll breathe out through our mouth. Place your hands at your sides. Give me a nice deep breath in. Lift the arms up, and as you exhale, bring the arms down. 2 more breaths. Deep breath in. Slow breath out. Last time, deep breath and breath out. So that's the end of my class today, you guys. I hope you guys had fun. Like I said, it's a shame that we can't do this in person, but I'm glad you guys tuned in, and I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your semester. See you later.